Elizabeth. And then Jerry McKinnon.
I'm Edgar Kanarik, and addressing to you, aren't they all honest men? Should we have great faith in all you people who are up there? Would you ever be dishonest with us? All right, now, when the votes were counted, I'm just going to give you, we had to sit back. Other people who participated in the protest had no input into the protest. Well, I'll be, my little snippet of oratory now. I'm going to refer to the CCSD as they, since they pretend to listen to those who are paying their salaries, but they rarely do. On the 14th of July, the Vet Hall was packed with concerned citizens. They're not here now. They faded away. Isn't that what you wanted? Those citizens eagerly awaited the results of the 218 protest. 80% of those who spoke out were against the rate increase, and they were against that balloon 8.1 million, which is a debt issuance, a disturbing would-be expense, which underscores their presentation of today. Amazingly, the board, after 10 days of counting, Florida and Ohio accomplished their nefarious vote rigging in less time. They again, and that's the CCSD, claim the vote cannot, the count results will not be available before the end of the month. If then, we're really difficult with this counting. Today, dismissive of you, the public, not even faintly mentioning the 218 until came by in the last 10 or 15, 20 minutes, they carried out their infamous desal project. If they persist in stalling and blocking the 218 protest, a possibility of litigation will ensue, not only wasting money, which we all will be paying for, they, the CCSD, particularly the legal department, may be subject to criminal charges, penalties, and a possible jail sentence. The CCSD basically is wasteful, they're inept, and financially incompetent, period.
Mr. Kanarik?
Yes.
I'm one of the they.
Yes,
Are you accusing me of violating the law?
I didn't.
You said CCSD is they.
I'm accusing Greg Sanders of accusing the law.
Did you accuse me of violating the law?
Who are the they? They is you, yes, is that right?
So you're accusing me of violating the law?
Oh my gosh, would I dare a lawyer to do that?
I hope not.
Oh my, that would be something, wouldn't it? Now Greg, you should recuse yourself from any project that concerns desal, period. You know the firm you're working for, you're up here to put that project through. If you...
I beg your pardon?
You're not that way at all?
I beg your pardon. What are you accusing me of?
Well, what are we going to do? Get in a back and forth?
Let's have a debate. If you want to know what I do in my professional life, let's have a debate. Let's talk about it.
No, I'm not talking.
If you're accusing me of somehow doing something illegal or unethical, let's hear it.
I'm not.
And you better have the facts, buddy. You better have the facts.
Is that right? Well, let me give you time on that, all right? Possibly give me time on that. I've finished what I have to say. The public out there will hear it. You've come back at me, and I've deferred to you, whatever you want.
You can't stand there and say anything you want without expecting to be challenged. The First Amendment has its limits.
What did I say that accused you of something? Tell me what exactly? Because you're vague? You had nothing to do with the vote. Did you sit in with the League of Women's Voters? There happened to be one woman when I went there several times.
Well, you're conveniently changing the subject.
No, I want to know what you have. Where did I accuse you of rigging the votes? Are you in one block, in one unison?
I'll remind you of what you said. You said they means the CCSD.
Wow, that's general.
I'm the legal department.
I am a part of the CCSD.
Order. Sit. Do not
You
yell
accused
from the back
the
of the room. Sit down.
CCSD of doing illegal things. What are
Possibly.
they? What are they?
The word was possible.
What are they?
All right, what are they?
You're making these serious accusations.
It now.
What
All
did
right,
the
I will tell you
CCSD
what.
do
I will
that's
tell you
illegal?
what. Yes, I will tell
What's
you
the
what.
evidence?
All right. The evidence here is a protest was put out, okay? A protest that was voted on by the state of California. The participation in that protest, if you had been clear and transparent and honest about it, you would open up this hall and you would have had a voting booth said, are you for the rate increase or not? But instead you let people hack the streets, go door to door, you didn't even know what the heck was happening out there, and you let us all find our own way.
And that's
now,
illegal?
I'm saying this. Let me just finish.
Is that illegal?
All right, let me finish what I have to say. They went out. They did their work. They got 2,500 signatures. Now, here's the thing. Those signatures were verified as best as they could, all right? As best as they could. Now, when I went in and saw the people who were counting the votes, there were 2 women from the Women's League, and the next time I went, there was 1 woman. And she was kind of bent over, and incidentally, the Women's League voted against the 218 protest, I think, in 1996. They didn't want a California 218 protest. So here you have a window of democracy. And that's what you have to understand. This was a window of democracy for people. This is something that is unusual and rare. No, let's go. Don't put yourself on the hot seat and say, am I accusing you? You know, you want to get this into a legal entanglement? Is that your purpose? Is it really? Well, is that it?
Is it my turn to speak now?
Not yet. No, I'm not finished. All right.
Go ahead.
To continue this, I'm saying if you yourself believe any kind of a democratic action, this is something that just doesn't happen. We have a corrupt administration. 80% of the people know it, and they're quelled.
Wait a minute. You're accusing somebody of corruption. What is the evidence, Mr. Kanarik? What is the evidence? You can't stand up there and make these wild accusations without having some evidence to back up what you're saying.
Tell me exactly
what
the accusation.
Is your evidence?
What was the accusation? Should I read it to you?
You just said that the administration is corrupt.
I did not say that. Why don't you learn to listen? You haven't listened to a lot of it.
Is that not what
I
he
said possible. I said possible.
Oh, I see.
You know what the word possible means?
Okay.
It means perhaps yes, perhaps no. Anyway,
I don't think anybody up here heard the word possible.
I'm going to win, and you're going to win. So right you are, if you think you are. Finished, okay?
Thank you.
You know, I get... No.
The next speaker is...